This movie is 2 hours and 2 minutes long, and when it was over, I wanted it to stop, rewind, and play again. Hello and welcome to the Rotoscopers YouTube. My name is Chelsea Robson and today we are going to be reviewing Spider-Man Homecoming. And I find it so fitting that I happen to be traveling and visiting my nephews and my sister and her family, and I'm doing this review inside my nephew's bedroom, so I feel very much in character right now, like in the 15-year-old, like, this is it. This is where I am. But you don't care about that, so let's jump into the review. Now, this is a Marvel movie, and as you all know, I am actually a huge Marvel fan. I'm not a comic book fan, but I am a big fan of the cinematic universe that they have created. And so I've watched all the movies, and I'm enough of a fan that I know what's going on, but not enough that I'm like, I know what like the future may hold. So I feel like it's the perfect place to be. Spider-Man has finally come back to the Marvel universe. Sony has had his claws dug deep into him. They have kind of relinquished a little bit, enough that he's able to come back and play a part in this movie. And that just makes me really happy to have him actually part of the Avengers, because that just is like, yes, it's all coming together, baby. Now, this movie is a great movie because it's fun, it's fast, it also has enough heart, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. I mean, the kid, Tom Holland, plays a 15-year-old Peter Parker, and one of my favorite things about this is that he is 15. Like, he is serious and he wants to get things done. He wants to do things right, but at the same time, he's just like messing around and just being a young, dumb kid. Like, we all were one of those. I was definitely one of those. The thing that I really liked most about this movie is that it doesn't rehash anything that was done in any of the previous Spider-Man movies. So we don't go into in-depth on the origin stories. You don't really ever you don't ever really even hear the name of Ben Parker, his uncle, that, with great power comes great responsibility, which doesn't mean that they're not going to put that in there later on in future movies. But for right now, I'm really glad that they just kind of like, you all know that, let's just move on. And so they bring up the situation of Ben not being there, having Aunt May there all alone, and so they bring that up kind of, but they don't actually nail it down, which I thought was great screenwriting. Because please don't put me through another spider bite. I mean, really, I've done this enough. First, I want to talk about Tom Holland. So everything that you saw in Civil War, his funny just mannerisms and just his personality just makes this movie. It's so great. He's so endearing, and I just all thumbs up to Tom on that one. Also, Michael Keaton as the main bad guy. Oh, he was once Batman, remember? No, you don't remember. Hardly anybody remembers that, but I do. And so it was really cool to kind of see him go from the Batman from his early years to now he's probably just I just want to be bad, hey guys, all right? And he does it really well. His character was menacing. He does a fantastic job of just being a jerk. And you're just I'm scared of this guy. And also his costuming was so cool. Okay, if the Falcon had as cool of a costume as this guy, the Falcon would be the coolest Avenger, but he doesn't. This guy is seriously the best. He's so crazy cool looking. And so that's I have a lot of good things to say about him, but I don't want to do any spoilers because no spoilers. Having Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man come in and play a good part in this, he's really only in 6 scenes, and they're all pretty short, short enough, but it's just, it brings the whole thing together, and you're yes, I'm still in the same world. These things still happen. So it starts off, 8 years ago with the first Avengers film. So it kind of cuts off after New York. These are the things, how we create our own demons. We create our own bad guys because of the different acts that we do. So it goes in and starts at that point. So you're oh, wow, this guy's been building up for quite some time. Okay, I was schooled when I was first telling my nephews about this film because they're super excited too. And I didn't realize that Zendaya was the girl who plays Michelle, is that big of a thing. I was schooled. She's cool apparently. And then I was looking her up a little bit more. I'm yeah, she's quite cool. And so, they wanted to know how she did, and I thought she did a great job. She actually has some of the most, like, the funniest lines in the film. So, good for her. I was glad that she plays a really good, just like, whatever, dudes. What, she does a good job with it. So, all in all, guys, I'm just gonna say that this movie gives like 4.5 stars. Like I said, at the end, I was totally fine with going back and starting over. And for 2 hours, like that's a big thing for me to like be enough that I'd like to see this again, to get some of the quotes, to get some of the moments. And oh my gosh, my absolute favorite character of all, her name is Karen. And when you meet Karen, then you'll know, oh, this is Chelsea's favorite character. Pay attention. But then you don't really need to pay attention because she's that funny throughout the whole thing. And you'll just be like, yes, I love Karen. Why can't I have a Karen in my life? Oh my gosh. Anyway, once this movie comes out, let me know what you thought about this movie. We're going to have a lot of discussions in the comments below, which will be a lot of fun. I do monitor these comments, so if you have a question for me specifically, I will most likely answer it. So let me know in the comments below. Until next time, my name is Chelsea Robson, and you are watching the Rotoscopers YouTube.